here we go.
Vanguard News during seminar with Tyler Heisel, co-anchor and political correspondent. Let's Talk Lunch with Jesse Heisel. Joey Sports Corner with Joey Aguirre. Dario Duncan with the weather. And here's our anchor, David Pedrick.
Good afternoon, I'm David Pedrick. This week we're excited to debut our new VB News look. We're still working out some minor details, but this should be the new and improved look for months to come. Tonight is the annual band blowout. Band members of the 6th grade, junior high, and the high school bands are prepared to perform a memorable performance. It is always very interesting hearing the upcoming stars of the high school band when the 6th graders perform. The concert starts at 7 p.m. Now here's Joey's Sports Corner. This week Joe is talking to head golf coach Mr. Alvis about the upcoming season.
Thanks, David. I'm here with high school varsity golf coach Dave Alvis. Dave, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and it's not only varsity, it's JV, boys, girls, it's everything.
He does it all.
I'm just a golf coach.
All right, so as a golf coach, what do you look for in like the perfect golfer?
Well, there is no perfect golfer unless his name's Tiger Woods. What I look for in a golfer are individuals that want to go out there and play all year long. Like now, a good golfer would be out there ready to hit the balls no matter how muddy it is. If there's no snow on the ground, they get out there and ready to hit the ball. So to me, a golfer is someone that wants to go out and play it year-round. It's not a seasonal thing to a good golfer. A good golfer wants to hit the balls all year round, no matter how cold it is, how wet it is, whatever.
And have you ever coached one of these people?
I've coached a number of them. I've had the fortunate to be fortunate to coach Andy White. Of course, Andy White was a state champ. Those teams that Andy's played on were very, very good. I've had a lot of kids that just, as soon as the weather gets warm, and they just want to go out and hit golf balls, and that's what you look for in a golfer.
And last season, you guys had a very good team. I mean, C.J. Gaston, Bobby, and Alex Johnson. What do you look for with the team coming back? Do you have any experience? Can you tell us how the team looks this year?
Well, last year's team was a very big surprise to me. CJ, good golfer. CJ's one of those golfers that I was talking about that just wants to go out and play golf. Bob's the same way. Alex was the same way. And then we had to fill in 4th and 5th place. The team that I'm looking for this year, it all depends on who comes out. I don't have CJ this year, and I don't have Bob or Alex, but I do have Bryce Phillips coming back. That was one of the varsity. Got a lot of young kids, so it all depends on who comes out.
And what are your tips for this year's team coming out this year? Is there anything they can practice on already? I mean, with the weather and all, I mean, it's tough, but is there any way they can get a step ahead of the competition?
Just go out and golf.
Practice.
Yeah, just go out and practice. If it gets to the point to where it's above 50 degrees, they should be out swinging a golf club. Not worrying so much about how far they hit the ball, but just the fact to get their swing down.
And is it true that baseball really does mess up your swing?
Baseball does mess up your swing. It's a whole different action, a whole different muscle. A lot of people will dispute that, but after 24 years of coaching golf, it just, even when I have kids that go and play softball on the weekend, slow pitch softball, it'll screw up your swing. Golf will screw up a softball swing, softball and baseball will screw up a golf swing.
And finally, you drive golf carts around during practice?
No, we don't.
Okay, well.
I let them use golf carts after the season's over and we're getting ready for tournament because it's 18 holes. And I want to put 18 holes in a night. And with the time we get over there and with the sun, I have to make sure that they get 18 holes in. So after a regular season, then I'm going to use golf carts. Go ahead and ask the question.
Have you ever ran a golf cart into one of your faculty members?
No. That running golf carts into faculty members, that's a great distinction for a former highway patrolman. You know, you would think that being a former highway patrolman that he would know how to operate vehicles at a high or low speed.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
You would think.
And you know, when it gets to the point to where a golf cart that goes about 12 miles an hour and you run over a faculty member and put him in the hospital, and you know, he could have been killed. But no, it's not something we practice, trying to find faculty members. Of course, unless you're a former highway patrol. And then you probably look for people to run over no matter what kind of a vehicle you're in.
Well, thank you, Mr. Albus, for your time.
You're welcome.
Back
And
to
I
David.
think we all know who this highway patrolman was.
Back to David.
Okay.
Thank you, Joey. Next Monday is the 34th Annual Quiz Bowl. Come enjoy some fast-paced trivia as the Warriors are looking to take the tournament and improve on their last meet's performance of second place. Next, we have Jesse Heisel with the segment called Let's Talk Lunch.
Thanks, David. I'm Jesse Heisel for VB News. But enough about me. Let's talk lunch. On Monday, we'll be having a pork fritter on a bun, green beans, fruit, a cookie, and milk. Pretty tasty stuff. On Tuesday, we'll be having macaroni and cheese with ham, or a substitute of tater tot casserole. You'll be having also sweet potatoes, fruit, cornbread, and milk. Yum. On Wednesday, you'll be having hamburger or a rib on a bun. It's your choice. You'll also be having California blend, fruit, a cupcake, and milk. On Thursday, you'll be having chicken noodle soup or tomato soup. You'll also be having a grilled cheese sandwich, fresh veggies, fruit, and milk. And on Friday, you'll be having shrimp shapes. Not only shrimps, but in shapes. Fascinating. You'll also be having cottage cheese, corn, a muffin, fresh fruit, and milk. We better pull over, because I think we're in Yum City right now. I'm Jesse Heisler from PB News. Back to you, David.
Thank you, Jesse. That was very enjoyable, and I just can't wait for those shrimp shapes next week. Now for the word of the day. It's upside down. That's not a good word either. Having troubles today. Marionette. A puppet actuated by strings and used to represent persons in action. Marionette. Last week, a few members of the NHS were at the elementary schools helping Mrs. Watson with Jump Rope for Heart. As we said, last week the kids did hone their aim as a few of the members received a pie in the face. It was all done in good fun. The top fundraisers each got to pick their target and throw a pie at close range. I'm David Pedrick, and I hope you all had a good day. From all of us here at VB News, have a good